Every day for over the last week, I've just woken up and thought, man, I've never seen the Pokemon community in such a weird state before, and it keeps on getting weirder. People are still going on about this bring back National Dex nonsense, but I will admit, we have a decent meme that has finally emerged in all of this. There's a group of Pokemon smugglers around. Don't worry, officer, me and my Grookey will look out for them. Alright. That's pretty good. And honestly, there needed to be a lot more of this as all of the outrage was coming down, because this is how you turn it into something lighthearted. This is how you make a joke that gets your point across without being nasty, without being hateful, without being toxic, without attacking Game Freak, the Pokemon Company, all this hate mobbing and brigading. That's not going to accomplish anything. This is just a fine joke that, it's like, alright, yeah, there you go. That's good. That's nice. That's how you do it. And then there's other ones that are still pretty good. Castform attempting to sneak past the Galar border, colorized 2019. And this is another way to do it. Don't make it about Trump, because I've already seen comics where people are trying to even relate this to what's going on politically. Like, really? That's not necessary. Really? Come on. Now, it does end up that the Lucario is disguised as a Zoroark or something, but it's too big for Twitter, so it won't fit on. And let's be real, Zoroark's going to make it into Galar because that's a pretty big fan service Pokemon. But yeah, so we got some fun stuff like that. You just don't add any flair to it. You just make it about the joke and you're good to go. Don't mind me, just getting my Umbreon into Galar. I mean, that seems like a perfectly fine Umbreon to me. Galar is a bit cold for the fire starters. I think I'll take this Abomasnow with me instead. And I like that. These are good. These are clever. And now we're starting to get into, memeing some of the things that Game Freak has said. Because I think this is tying into what they said with Famitsu, where it's like, oh, with Pokemon Home, your Pokemon are choosing to stay home because let's just say the region is too cold for them. Now, I think Game Freak underestimated, Western culture when they were making these comments, because they're trying to think about, like, what I can respect about Game Freak. And what I think has really been lost about what people are saying about Game Freak being lazy or destroying Pokemon or Pokemon being over and stuff like that is that Game Freak really tries to live in the Pokemon world and tries to make Pokemon as real as possible. That's Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That is the most real Pokemon experience that we have, yet people hated it. You look at how they talk about interviews, how they want Pokemon to make sense and feel as alive and vibrant as possible, which is what you see in restricting the dex. You're able to appreciate everything more, which I find to not be that much of a bad thing. So it's not that they're trying to make excuses or say something stupid about it. They're just trying to, bring the Pokemon world into that kind of life as the idea. That they didn't think, oh, Galar's too cold, literally 100% only this. Galar's too cold, Pokemon Home is why they're staying home. It's like, no, they're trying to make you feel that that's how this is going on. So now they're taking that, it's like, oh, what's that? It's too cold? Yeah, let's go and make an Abomasnow instead. But then that's where I think that, if you want the free karma right now on Reddit, all you have to do is make a post that doesn't support Game Freak and then mocks the decision about the National Dex, and then you're just going to get upvoted into oblivion. And then I find there's also a lot of unnecessary things coming from this, like this. I tried my best with my colored pencil drawing of Umbreon. I hope that there'll be a chance it'll evolve in the Galar region. No, you don't need all of this, but that's how you just get the free internet outrage and the free fake internet points at this point. That's a cool, awesome drawing of Umbreon. You don't need to have this stupid flair to capitalize. And that's another thing, man, this is going to be a political video. Screw it. It's kind of like all the Pride things. With all the companies that are just making rainbow in their bios or in their profile pictures these days for Pride Month, they don't do it because they care. They do it because they want your money. And a lot of people get to see that, but that's what's happening here. This person, they're showing off their art, but they're doing it at a specific time so they can get the most attention instead of just naturally throwing it out there. Now, this also goes the other way, because I feel like, it's weird that it takes this to get recognized. That if something like this happened, someone made an incredible Pokemon creation, whether it's art, whether it's a plush, whether it's cosplay, and they post it on the Pokemon Reddit at any other time, no one cares enough to actually upvote it or actually share it, because Pokemon, it's always dead. That's how Pokemon feels for the last couple of years. It's always dead. It's either not enough people care about it, or the only people that care about it are just outraged idiots. So that's the only way this is getting seen. But then adding in that flair that I feel is completely unnecessary. But going back to the memes, nothing wrong with my perfectly legal Galar Pokemon. No need to check their passports. Yeah, exactly. Wingull, totally legit. I like that Lucario. Beware is looking nice. Hey, Look at that. That's Gardevoir. For real. 100%. Totally Gardevoir. We saw Butterfree in there, so Caterpie needs to happen. And, that Gossifleur. It feels like I've seen it before. Is Gossifleur actually a Generation 8 Pokemon? Ooh, we might have had like a sneak peek at some point. Nice. So, yeah, like, let's be real. Lopunny's probably getting in. Pidgeot has a good chance as well. So, we're going to see where this goes. But then, back to the stupidity. When people make memes about Pokemon not making it into the new games, I'm sorry, but is this some sort of non-Gen 1 joke that I'm too Cantonian to understand? And that's just more hypocrisy. You know, I had a recent realization that before the Pokemon Direct or before E3, people were like, no, Game Freak, don't reveal anything about the games. I want to go in as blind as possible. After the E3 news dropped, people were like, oh, I need to know every single Pokemon that exists inside of Galar now, so I need to know if my favorites make it in or not. That's hypocrisy. This is hypocrisy. People have been complaining like, oh, there's way too much Generation 1 fan service these days. They should just give up and cut out Generation 1 or start, like, reducing it. And then Game Freak treats everything equally, but that's a problem. Again, making ties to actually what's happening in political society. My conservative fan base probably understands what's going on. My liberal fan base, which is dying more every day because of videos like this, they probably just get outraged, dislike, and leave without actually understanding what's going on in both the Pokemon community and society. But why the Gen 1er hate? Gen 1ers actually don't even exist. It's just a made-up straw man attack of things that actually don't happen. You know, there's not someone that only cares about Gen 1 because they'll find a Pokemon from other generations that they enjoy. I've been called a Gen 1er despite Generation 7 being my second favorite generation, Generation 2 being my favorite, and Kanto's around the middle. I don't get it. But yeah, just now it's like, oh, look at that. Got a splash in the hate, still gets upvoted, because that's all it is. It's just like brats that are being outraged that aren't real Pokemon fans and stuff like that. And there's still that people that try to, like, you know, make it work. Sudowoodo Everlearn's minimized. Bet you he's going to sneak into Galar. Trying to get back in drawing, so I did a Wooluigi, and that's kind of it. Saw his tweet, makes it good point. Uh-oh. Everyone's complaining about one tree in Pokemon Sword and Shield completely disregarding how beautiful the cities in the game looks. You know what? This might actually be worth a video on its own. Yeah. Yeah. This is, I wasn't ready for this. Because, like, look at that. Only 800 upvotes when everything else is getting, like, ridiculously Dynamax Alakazam. See, that's good. This is the state that Pokemon needs to be in. Like, this is the fun stuff. This is the old Pokemon I remember. This is a meme that you would find back in, like, Generation 4, Generation 5, when meme culture was still developing, and it was good. It was clever. I saw the jokes, but I didn't see someone, you know, post the entire battle in this context. I can't wait. And I bet you the first comment is, if they make it into Galar. You know, if they gave Pokemon Wicked Tattoos with the Dynamax, I'd be less mad about the situation. Alright, fair point. I'll give them that one. Clip is from episode 72. Dynamax has been canon since 1990s. See, wow, we're actually having some healthy conversation. That is something I was not expecting. Now, we already know Gengar is confirmed because we see Ghastly and Haunter rolling around the trailers. But yeah, that's something pretty cool. Once again, I feel like this art would be much less appreciated if it wasn't for all the hate going on right now. So you can either get recognized or you can farm karma. Oh, my Galarian Dreadnought. It's a rare condition. Nothing to worry about, Officer Jenny. Jenny, nice. I wonder how many Pokemon you can sneak into a Wooloo's fur. Customs needs to be on its guard. It'd be funny if the Team Rocket Galar region is just trying to import illegal Pokemon from other regions. Would that make it okay? You know, would that make people more okay with it if there was, like, someone's like, oh man, I'm trying to sneak in my Pokemon. They're just like, nope. Pokemon Bank, you were the chosen one. Huh. Alright, and I think that's a little too creepy for me. So yeah, there we go, guys. That's current trend right now. That's what I mean. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty cool. Me and the other 85 Porygon Z fans, we realized we won't be in Galar, and it won't be in Galar, and it still can't be in the anime. That's pretty funny. Will it not be in Galar? I hope it is, because Eviolite Porygon 2 is pretty boss. And then we have to wait for Age of Slash to be revealed. Pokemon subreddit sticks literally any Pokemon face on Wooloo body. Actual Wooloos. My joke to you. So, we got some decent memes going out. People are still upset. People are still going crazy. Like, the Pokemon Twitter hasn't even tweeted out in a day, which is kind of weird to me. They haven't done their Pokemon facts because everything... Like, there's just no point. There's just no point. Here it comes. Hey, look at that. boom, national dex everywhere. Pokemon breathes, everyone. It's funny because it's true. Big L says bring back national dex, and there it is. So I mean, it looks like it might actually be dying down now. That, you know, some people are more talking about the memes about all of this instead of just the hate. So, yep. I want to enjoy Pokemon again, guys. I think we all do. There's too many fake fans, and there's too much vocal minority stuff going on right now. And it's one of those things where, like, oh yeah, every time I'm like, Pokemon community is dead, it finds a way to get more dead. And it's like, what happened just like 5 years ago when people liked Pokemon? I think we gotta go back to like 6 years ago into X and Y hype. Because like after X and Y came out, everyone was loving Pokemon, and then just died off from there, which is kind of dumb. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have a nice day, thank you very much for watching.